Arnacologists, and welcome back to Arnak. I have here next to me the Lost Ruins of Arnak Adventure Chest, which is now available to pre-order. The Adventure Chest includes the Twisted Paths expansion, and it's also a storage solution for all your Arnak content. This will be a limited print run, so you can have a look at the pre-orders page to make sure you pre-order your copy before the 31st of March, which is when the pre-orders close. So the Twisted Paths expansion allows you to explore undiscovered regions of Arnak in the form of a new double-sided main board. So you no longer use the original Arnak board, but you choose the side you want to go for from the Twisted Paths main board. Today I'll be showing you both of the maps of this new expansion and how they play. However, bear in mind that this is still work in progress, so some details and graphics might be different in the final version of the game. So let's start with the Owl Temple. Carved into the rock, this entire place seems to tell a story along the path. There's a lot of new things to explore in this map, some brand new components, as well as some secret passages. Starting from the research sites, we see that there's a new area of level 1 sites available, which offers more idols, but there is an extra cost. Each map introduces new versions of the basecamp sites, some with new effects and different travel cost values. At this site, you gain a coin and can use the effect of any face-up idol on the board. Or you take this basecamp site, which gives you fear, but grants a much stronger effect. Then, if we move over to the Owl Temple research track, we'll see some secret passages. As a research action, a player with their magnifying glass may enter a secret passage by paying the cost, and you gain the bonus shown. The passage is now blocked for all other players. Each secret passage can only be explored once. And now your magnifying glass is parked there. You can no longer move it for the rest of the game. But you get a new component which you can move instead. You get your lantern and place it on the starting space of your research track, and when you move with your lantern, as you can see, it gives you some pretty good rewards. On future research actions, you may move your lantern or your notebook. And at the end of the game, you score points based on the position of your magnifying glass, even if it's on a secret passage, of your notebook, and of your lantern. And then there's these new temple tiles, which are spread throughout the Owl Temple's research track. As a research action, a player with one of their research tokens on a space with a temple tile may pay the cost to acquire it. And you might be wondering why these temple tiles come in this weird puzzle shape. It's because they have a special power associated with them. If a player collects 2 Owl Temple tiles, no matter their value, they may combine them together to create an additional idol slot. You can gain any of the regular effects by slotting an idol in these slots, but not any blue effects. You also do not lose any points when placing an idol into one of these slots. And that was the Owl Temple. Now we can go to the dark side of the Arnak Island with the Spider Temple map. Apart from the gorgeous nightlight beaming on the landscape, you probably noticed these dark tablets. Dark tablets can be used in all the same ways as regular tablets, but they are mainly used to invoke altars on the Spider Temple research track. Invoking altars is a new available main action in the game, giving players new ways to use artifacts. To take this action, you must have a research token any number of spaces above one of the altars printed on the research track. You also must have a dark tablet. To invoke an altar, you place one of your dark tablets on the spot below the altar that matches your color. You then activate the effect of the artifact on that altar. Altars are empty at the start of the game. If you invoke an empty altar, you activate any artifact from the card row and you place it on the altar you invoked, where it will remain for the rest of the game. Each player can place a maximum of 3 dark tablets below each altar. So how can you gain these powerful dark tablets? One way is from the research track as a bonus for reaching particular spaces. Another way is from the main board. 4 sites on the main board give dark tablets to players in the form of an additional optional effect. After a player digs at, discovers, or relocates to one of these sites with an archaeologist, they may resolve the additional effect. There is a limited supply of dark tablets in the game. Whenever a player gains a dark tablet, They take it from the leftmost dark tablet space at the bottom of the board. Anytime a player uses it as a regular tablet, it is returned to the rightmost empty position at the bottom of the board. But the dark tablets used to invoke altars stay on the research track and never return to the bottom of the board. These tablets will cost you points at the end of the game, depending on how many of these were used collectively by all players. For each dark tablet that a player used to invoke an altar, that player loses points equal to this amount. And last, for each altar with an artifact, the player who placed the most dark tablets on it gains the rewards printed above the altar. And that's the Spider Temple. Apart from the 2 new maps, the Twisted Path expansion will also include new sites, new guardians, new research tiles, new assistants, as well as new solo content. And that's it for now. You can find all of the details around the adventure chest and the pre-orders on our pre-order page, and make sure to get your copy before the end of March. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.